If this is your first or second time here, hope you enjoy the video. If this is your third time here, go ahead and hit subscribe so you can stay up to date to when we upload. Now today we're going to see if we can beat Fallout New Vegas as Bob the Builder. Got this idea a while back when I was doing a one of the runs where it was restricted to, I think it's state law. I realized that there was a lot more tools in this game that could be used as weapons than I initially thought. So what the rules on this run are: can only use tools, that's it. Gotta wear coveralls of some kind. If we can find a hard hat, we're going to be using a hard hat. Some goggles. That's pretty much the build. You saw the character build thus far. This is what we got here. Using a machete because a machete is a tool for as much as people think it's a weapon used for whatever. It's a tool used for clearing brush. So are sickles and scythes and the like, but those aren't in the game, so. We start off with a machete. We're going to use a machete. Head on over to Prim. Put the machete to use. Quite frankly, you could probably beat the entire game with just the machete alone. We're not going to do that. We're just going to grind out a couple of levels here and there, getting a feel for how the machete works. I'll put the full character build, well, start off character build down in the description below so you guys can see where you want to start. By the by, focus on the tag skills. You're good. Was going to do the bring Law back to Prim quest here, but for some reason it's science, not repair. So that's kind of useless to us. So we head down the road a ways. Take out some ants and the Jackal gang members here. They always like double spawn here, and I think it's just a problem with the game engine, maybe? Maybe it's just set to double spawn. I don't know. Take them out as I decide to head on up to the Mojave Outpost. Well, after I get a pair of goggles to wear. Not safety goggles, but they'll work. Fix up a few things. That's what we're good at. Might as well do it. I decide to check out the bottom corner of the map that I, like, never go to. Get jumped by some golden geckos and just completely demolished. Realize, yeah, no, don't really need to go down into that corner of the map. Down by the Mojave Outpost there. Past the crashed vertibird. Anyway, pick up a couple of quests here at the Mojave Outpost from Ghost and from Jackson. I always found it weird that she says she can see Nipton from there, but you can't because it's blocked by like a mountainside. We use a couple of items here, showing off some more of Hitman's animations. But yeah, no, Nipton can't actually be seen from the Mojave Outpost, which is an interesting little tidbit of information. Head on down, kill all the ants. Easy enough. Head on over, kill Swanik, because fuck that guy. Head over into Nipton proper. Take out the Legion. Like I've said before, I like killing off the Legion here because it's a good little, really an early test of how well your build is going. Not to mention the NCR, and Legion will always forgive you once you get to the Hoover Dam. Not Hoover Dam. Get to the strip anyway. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can literally do the entirety of Lonesome Road and nuke both the NCR and the Legion, and they'll still forgive you. Won't be on the best of terms, but it's something you can do. Hand in the quests here, and you can see that you can't see Nipton from up here where Ghost is. Speaking of Lonesome Road, quite a few of the weapons we're going to need for this run are in this DLC. And while I do have a mod that adds a bunch of the weapons from other DLCs directly into the leveled lists for NPCs to use, the tools and stuff from Lonesome Road aren't added into it. Anyway, we got our second weapon, well, my first actual weapon get here of the run, and it's the arc welder. When looking around at it, I realized you carry a generator on your back for the thing, which is kind of funny. Arc welder, it's literally just that. It's an arc welder. Those are actual things that exist. No, they don't actually shoot lightning or anything like that. It just uses electricity to melt metal together. With that, we grab our second weapon here. The nail gun. It can lay on some heavy damage, but we're not focusing on the gun skill right now. We're focusing on melee and unarmed, so that's not really going to do a significant amount of damage yet. Put the arc welder to use. It's better against robots, which is nice, especially right here for the security, but beyond that, it's kind of useless for the rest of the run here. Take out the rest of the turrets, loot everything that's not nailed down, head on out into Hopevale, I think the place is called. Take out all the marked men, loot all of the marked men. And this is how a normal fight goes with the marked men. I'm cutting out a lot of it here just to save you some time and effort. It's get hit by them quite a few times because they hit hard. Jump into the menu, figure out a way to heal up without using all of my healing supplies right off the bat. Try to figure out what I want to do from there. I figure go with the nail gun this time because the arc welder's not going to lay on the damage the way I want. Play keep away while the animations finish and then lay on the damage with the nail gun. Nail gun would be amazing for a crit build. I'm not going for that. I just like pure damage most of the time. Take out the last of the marked men in here. Head over to the barracks where there's also a commissary. We can take out the marked men in here, gather all their stuff. Even without a high barter skill, their armor still sells for like 500 caps each, which is always amazing. Play keep away with them some more. Lay on the damage with the nail gun. I noticed the animation's kind of messed up with it there. I'll figure that all out later. They're also carrying weapons from other DLCs. I pick up a fire axe and put that to use. Get annoyed by red glare. Like, it's a neat weapon. I guess it's supposed to be like an energy-based rocket launcher. To which I don't really... Well, I guess I do understand. I guess it behaves kind of like a plasma grenade going off. Toss out some C4. Yes, C4 is a demolitions tool. It's a shaped charge. Put it to use right there. I only use it like 2 more times in this entire run anyway. Could have also used the gas bombs, I think they're called. From... What's the name of that? Sierra Madre one. Dead Money. That's what it's called. I hate that DLC. Because they're technically only like a sensor module, I'd die there. A sensor module, a... something else, and just a fire extinguisher. Since you're not adding any actual explosives into it, it's just... It's meaning that the sensor module is somehow puncturing the, pressurized, well, fire extinguisher and exploding. Speaking of exploding, I get completely wrecked by a few death claws here. More than once. The high road? Yeah. Trying to figure out the best way to deal with them here. Nail gun, it works a little bit here at a distance. Fix the aiming problem with it too. Take out one of them. Go in swinging with my axe, and I'm finally able to get it down using a bunch of healing supplies here. Almost dying in the process. Pretty sure I do level up from that one. Yep. Dump everything else into melee. Because why not? Dump some into medicine just so I can stop going through as many stim packs. Pick up Super Slam. Usually most runs with melee weapons and shit, you get Super Slam and it's pretty much over because you can do stuff like this. There you go. Deathclaw down. Got that one as it was jumping toward me. Never seen that happen before. That was pretty cool. Take out Bonesaw. Guess he wasn't ready. Take the chainsaw because the chainsaw is a tool. Put that to use some. We'll only be using this until we get our actual tool here. Right here. Get our new hat. And the Industrial Hand. The Industrial Hand is a weird weapon in that it's a unarmed automatic weapon instead of a melee automatic weapon, which is a different thing. It's just a circular saw on a gauntlet, right? Strange thing about this is it's not in the leveled lists for the marked men. You can't buy it at the commissary, and you can only find it like here and in Ulysses' temple. So it's almost a unique power fist. Sad thing is, does not work with Super Slam. I hoped it would, but it doesn't. I guess I'd be just a little overpowered, right? It hits like 3 times a second, so yeah, probably be great for a crit build, but again, I'm not going for a crit build with this one. In fact, in the beginning, I took, I think, heavy-handed, less crit damage and more damage overall. So I'd made it this far into Lonesome Road. I figured I could dip out and just go and do the main game, or I could just finish this DLC. Again, if you're in an animation, no one can stop and talk to you, so you can interrupt anybody like that. Like I just did here with Ulysses, instead of listening to him talk. You can just run in and kill him. You can do the same thing with Leggett at the end of the game, which is always fun to do. The Industrial Fist is good, it's just, you can get knocked out of the animation for it, which is a little annoying. And then you have the weird rebound animation, like if you were punching things. It's just a weird feel for it. So I switch over to the Fire Axe, get knocked down by Ulysses here. You could always go and deactivate the robots and whatnot. They're not really that much of a nuisance in my book. Like, I get it, this is supposed to be the end, final boss of Fallout New Vegas, and you're supposed to have the marked men here, and you're supposed to have the iBots attacking, and you're supposed to be running around and using the laser detonator on the nuclear warheads around to clear out people to give you enough chance to fight Ulysses, and or you can just hit him with an axe a few times. After that, head on over to the console, figure out what I'm going to be doing here. I do find it neat that you can loot Ulysses, take all of his shit, and then get a bunch of shit out of the crate here. Head on toward the strip now, by way of Good Springs, and through the through Hidden Valley, because I wanted to check out the crater. I couldn't remember if there was toxic waste at the bottom of it. There's not. Just a couple of dead Brotherhood members, which is about normal for the Brotherhood at this point. Take out a bunch of centaurs with a nail gun. By this point in time, I think I've been putting points into guns. No, with the sway this has on it, I haven't put any points in the guns yet. So I'm probably still wrapping up unarmed at this point. Anyway, I piss off the Securitrons here. Get interrupted by old Ben. Dude, I don't care. Start using the nail gun on him. Again, probably great for a crit build, but again, not what I'm going for here. I should probably try one of these days. I just like big damage. Like constant damage compared to random big damage, right? I know a lot of people think the same way. Like, if there was a way to constantly get like harsh crits all the time, beyond like sneaking. I think sneaking crits are different than normal crits, and you can both crit while sneaking, and I don't know, man. The overall formulas of the game are beyond me. Anyway, fight my way into the strip, kill all the Securitrons. Mostly because the Mark 1 Securitrons give you 25 experience points each. Some of them sometimes give you 50. Don't know why. But when you upgrade them to Mark 2, and they respawn every once in a while, it automatically gives you 50 each. So when you take over the strip, it's pretty much free experience points to just kill all the Securitrons every time you're here. And I do that quite a few times in each of my runs. It's a great way to get experience. Like right here, you just mowing through them here with just an axe. One power strike with him takes him out. Forgot I didn't get the platinum chip by that point, so I figured, hey, go see Benny, see how he's doing. Again, the Industrial Fist is good. It's just you can get knocked out of the animation for it, which is weird. Figured it would have like a, I don't know, more of a fist-based thing instead of like a ripper-based thing, but I also noticed right here, I mean, well, that guy keeps knocking me out of the animation. But with the guy I just killed, and right there, that this has a pushback effect, not a knockdown effect like Power Slam, but a pushback effect. Like right there with Benny, it pushed him over. And every time you see me using it, it pushes people away, which is strange. Toss a brick of C4 down so we can say goodbye to House. Can't remember if he automatically pulls you into talking or not, no matter the distance, so I figured just get close. Wait for him to get pretty much all the way out, and then use the detonator, like that. Get our good experience points, and then move on. We install Yes Man. Still find it weird that that you have to sit through the Securitron upgrade no matter what. Right, you can get the chip. You can go to the fort. You can upgrade, well, you can get the chip, you can kill House, you can go to the fort, you can upgrade the Securitrons. But then you still have to sit through the demonstration on what they do, which is kind of an oversight on Bethesda part. Not Bethesda. Black Isle? Obsidian. That's what they're called. Anyway, say hi to the Brotherhood, and this thing does exceptionally great against the Brotherhood for some reason. Like, you figure with their power armor, this wouldn't be doing as good as it is. Right? And I had to deal with, like, the Chairman and Gamora and... or Omertas, however the fuck you want to pronounce their name. And this thing ripped through the Brotherhood easier for some reason. Maybe it has a... higher damage against power armor? That'd be weird. Because this looks like a wood saw blade on this, not a metal blade. Like, it would make sense if it was a metal cutting blade on it, and, you know, cut through power armor and that sort of shit. Anyway, take out the turrets and stuff, simply because scorched earth with the Brotherhood at this point. Take them all out, easy enough. The lightly armored ones go down almost as quick as the guys in power armor, which is crazy. Look at that, just mowing right through them. Non-stop. Died once. Mostly because they caught me in the hallway. Gotta say, those scatter lasers or whatever they're using, annoying as hell. Those things will melt through me. Then again, I have no armor, so it's not surprising. Have been taking toughness. Did go through and buy like every implant I could when I got back from Lonesome Road. Take out the Elder, take out the head Paladin, and whoever else is still in here. Put the axe to use. 2 hits from the axe kills him. Never realized this before. If I did realize it, I'm realizing it again. That the sandstorm over the Brotherhood's base stops when you blow up the base. Makes sense because it's a defense mechanism of the base there, so. Say hi to the Great Khans. Using a super sledge at this point. Super sledgehammers are hammers that were used to deconstruct bunkers and shit. They're not technically a weapon at all. They were used by like the Army Corps of Engineers during the wars to take out bunkers. Oh, punch holes into bunkers. Decided to not kill the boomers at this point because I wanted to see if a DLC weapon would light the ants up like a light shining in the darkness did. The nail gun does not. No ballistic weapon is supposed to set the ants off, and the nail gun doesn't set the ants off. Energy weapons do because they've been eating like gunpowder or something. I don't know why a light shining in the darkness does. Like the antenna from whatever the fuck does too. X8 or X7 antenna also sets them off. Then again, that's an energy melee weapon, so that's not surprising, but... yeah, no, I don't know why Joshua Graham's 1911 sets off the ants. It's weird. Take out the Legion assassins. Decide, fuck it, go whole ham at this point. Take out the rest of the Legion down in Cottonwood Cove. Super Sledge. Amazing damage. Although it still takes like 2 swipes to take people out. Sometimes a good power hit, you can take them out in 1 hit, but eh. Not too bad. I still don't know why they redesigned the Super Sledgehammer for Fallout 4. Right? Putting a rocket on it of all things. Right? This Super Sledgehammer is supposed to be like a pneumatic system. That as soon as it senses, or as soon as it hits, it's supposed to automatically like shunt out the heads to give it like a double impact. Or some such. It's supposed to act like a power fist, but, you know, mounted on the end of a hammer, right? At least that's my understanding of how a super sledge is supposed to work. I have no actual idea. Could just be a very fancy looking hammer, but that's how I've always thought, you know, it's supposed to work. Take out the rest of the Legion here. They're easy enough. Take out the nail gun, just have some fun with it. And again, a crit build would be amazing with this, but anyway. Go into Caesar's tent, go in swinging. Lay on the damage here. Do bounce off of some guys because all melee bounces off melee. It's just with the skills we have now and the traits we have. We can dump a bunch of damage through that block. Insert the platinum chip, upgrade everything. Go to say hi to the white gloves because I'd forgotten all about these guys, truth be told. And they're easy enough to deal with. Sure, they have melee weapons and a lot of them block, but we're doing enough damage at this point that even with a block, it will still most likely kill them flat out. The only thing is, and I've noticed this time and time again, the knockdown makes me think I have killed them, especially in large numbers like this. And then I turn around to like 4 more guys standing there like that. And finding it, wow, that's weird. I thought I took them all out. The other thing I've realized is that the Industrial Fist takes like a full VETS, well, full AP bar to use it in VETS. And its damage is okay, but not like the best. Anyway, we go to say hi to Veronica, because this is just something I've always liked doing since I found out you could do it. Just at all. You go and talk to her after you've nuked the Brotherhood. And when she asks about the Brotherhood, because she's had a run-in with them, you can just straight up tell her that you've killed him. And she gets pissed at that. Which, yeah, you know, understandable, but, I don't know. Maybe don't go run around asking people about how they feel about the Brotherhood.
I think they'd rather have me out here anyway, but that's a whole other story. So, listen. Can I ask you something on the level?
There you go.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? And? God, you're not lying, are you? You really did kill them. In that case, this is for them.
Anyway, I just always found that funny. Kind of fucked up, but I like that they actually put that in there. No idea if you could actually recruit her afterward, and then, I don't know. You figure she'd, well, I guess there's kind of no Brotherhood left at that point to tell her. Anyway, we go to the Dorito substation. All of the NCR follows me in here thinking it's a good idea when I have like a fully automatic assault nail gun. Again, this thing just shreds literally everything. Look at that. That's crazy. It melts them. Power the substation. Head back to the toaster so we can go to the dam. Put the super sledgehammer to work here. Again, even the Centaurians, easy enough to deal with. Got some prime legionnaires and shit here. Easy enough to take out. One full wind-up's good enough to take them out. Most of the time you're knocking weapons out of their hands or knocking them over. Good and easy. Now you may be asking, why did I call the build Bob the Builder? I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. Also, there's a yellow helmet and like suspender coveralls that he wears, so I just thought it would be funny. Also a bunch of tools to use, like a thermite lance, which, yes, a thermite lance is an actual thing that exists in reality. I've used one before. It's pretty much just a metal pipe with pure oxygen getting blown through it. Well, steel pipe with oxygen getting blown through it. The pure oxygen allows you to burn the steel, allowing you to use that melted steel to cut through damn near anything. Pretty cool. A lot of times they use it on cutting out like gun emplacements and stuff that were along the shores a long time ago. There's also actual thermite, which is aluminum oxide and rust. Or powdered aluminum and iron oxide. I don't know. One of those two. I'm no expert on it. Did a whole thing of it on Mythbusters. You can go look it up on there. Burns hotter than the sun. Weird chemical reaction. Kind of glossing over killing the Legate here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. No idea what I'm going to be doing in it yet. Gonna try to build like a buffer of a couple of weeks of videos out there. Maybe try streaming at some point. I don't know.